ready to cuss out strangers, secretly film women, or defy laws across countless countries just for clicks, only to end up staring down a 29-year prison sentence? Even building a million-dollar empire by preaching toxic masculinity, scamming thousands with fake get-rich-quick schemes, and landing in hot water with charges of human trafficking and rape in Europe. This is the dark underbelly of YouTubers and streamers you might not know about. The internet is a way uglier place than you think. A world where ignorance rakes in cash, absurd stunts get worshipped, and talentless hacks pocket millions by wrecking, insulting, and torching other people's dignity. So, what's the path to becoming an internet villain? Let's peel back the darkest pages of social media, where fleeting fame paves the way for a full-on, unstoppable crash. And kicking things off is none other than Johnny Somali, the guy the internet lovingly dubbed the borderless provocator. Johnny Somali, real name Ramzi Khalis Ismail, launched his live streaming gig in 2023, dreaming of becoming a beloved travel vlogger. But his bland, uninspired content tanked hard, barely scraping 500 subscribers despite pumping out hundreds of videos. Not exactly a genius, but Johnny was sharp enough to realize that if he didn't switch it up, he'd stay a nobody forever. So he ditched the snooze-fest travel vlogs for in-real-life live streaming, raw, unfiltered chaos broadcast in real time. And that's where his path to internet villainy kicked into gear. With one goal, racking up views at any cost, Johnny Somali turned live stream platforms into his personal stage for cringeworthy antics. When he rolled into Japan in 2023, he didn't waste a second becoming the epicenter of pure rage. One of the worst incidents went down in August 2023 on a packed Tokyo subway, where Johnny loudly brought up Pearl Harbor, yelling, "Hiroshima, Nagasaki, you know what we did," like it was some sick punchline. Not stopping there, he called Japanese people NPCs, lifeless video game characters, insulting them as robotic and emotionless. This wasn't just a personal jab. It ripped open Japan's deep historical wounds from World War II, pouring fuel on painful memories. The Japanese community was livid. On another occasion, he harassed a popular streamer live on her broadcast, shouting his own name and cursing out Twitch for banning his account. A rattled Miko had to cut her stream and bolt, leaving thousands of viewers stunned by the chaos. Johnny also stirred up trouble at an Osaka restaurant, blasting loud music and annoying diners, acting like the whole world was his personal stage. His response to the backlash? He blamed the audience, whining, "Views and money made me do it." His so-called apology, if you could call it that, was a half-hearted mumble online dripping with zero sincerity, topped off with him tearing up a Japanese flag and screaming, "Fuck Japan." Japan's online community, known for its politeness, hit their limit. A Japanese-American commenter spat, "This guy's a disgrace. He deserves jail." Japanese media branded him the history offender, and local youth groups started hunting him down on the streets, ready for a hands-on chat. The consequences hit fast. Johnny got slapped with a 200,000 yen fine, about $1,400, for public disturbance and was deported from Japan. But apparently, that wasn't enough to teach him a lesson. Not slowing down, Johnny kept his infamous world tour rolling into Israel, where his provocations crossed unforgivable cultural and religious lines. At the Western Wall, one of the holiest sites for Jewish people, he mocked sacred traditions with vulgar remarks and taunting gestures, practically begging for a cultural firestorm. He didn't stop there. He harassed a female police officer with crude come-ons, pissing off both onlookers and the global online crowd. This wasn't just a stunt. It was a middle finger to a community already scarred by historical trauma. One online comment nailed it. "This is a whole new level of disrespect." True to form, Johnny stayed cocky and unbothered, clueless to the weight of his actions. He laughed off the accusations, kept live streaming for attention, acting like it was all a big joke. Israel's online community didn't hold back, branding him a moral degenerate and demanding harsh punishment. Johnny got roughed up by locals and detained by Israeli police, but was cut loose after just 16 minutes. Still, Israel wasn't playing. They banned him from the country for life. You'd think that might knock some sense into him, but no. Johnny just jetted off to South Korea, where even bigger trouble was waiting to pounce. In South Korea, Johnny disrespected the Statue of Peace, a memorial for Korean women abused during World War II, with mocking gestures and crude remarks. He even posted a deepfake video bragging about kissing a Korean woman, a blatant violation of South Korea's strict AI laws. This wasn't just another jab. It was a direct insult to the country's legal system and cultural values, ripping open historical scars that never healed. Still rocking his reckless vibe, Johnny kept streaming for clout, seemingly clueless that he was digging his own grave. Korean media went off. Locals hunted him down on the streets, and some even slapped a 1 million won, about $770, bounty on his head. Facing a tidal wave of fury, Johnny didn't apologize or back down. Instead, he doubled down with more provocative videos. The result? Korean police nabbed him, slapped an exit ban on his passport, and now he's staring down a potential 29-year sentence for deepfake violations and cultural insults. The internet erupted, calling it a real-life Squid Game. Johnny, once a nobody streamer, morphed into a global villain, shunned worldwide for his ignorance and fame-chasing greed. From a culture-wrecking drifter, we pivot to Vitaly Zdorovetsky, aka Vitalis TV, a wild man chasing clout with dangerously unhinged pranks. Vitaly was a YouTube sensation back in 2012, racking up millions of subscribers with his public prank videos and ballsy stunts. Loved for his reckless humor and live free or die vibe, he became an icon of untamed rebellion. Young fans, especially dudes, ate up his unpredictable antics, from streaking onto the field at a World Cup match to harmless street pranks. But that unchecked recklessness sent him barreling down a path of self-destruction. When regular prank videos stopped pulling massive crowds, Vitaly started chasing bigger, brasher stunts, disrupting major international sports events. In 2019, Vitaly, his girlfriend Kinsey Wolansky, and his mother Elena Valetsky crossed every line, pulling off a string of disruptions at high-profile sports events. The peak, crashing the 2019 Champions League final and Cricket World Cup in skimpy outfits to plug their adult content website. These stunts didn't just shatter the vibe of those events. They pissed off millions of fans worldwide, turning cherished moments into cheap personal ads. Facing a tidal wave of backlash, Vitaly tried to shrug it off, saying, "We just wanted to make our mark." But his excuse reeked of insincerity and zero accountability. The global sports community wasn't having it. Social media lit up with rage. He's just a fame-hungry clown who'll do anything for clout. Major sports organizations hit back hard, beefing up event security to prevent copycats and slamming his actions as a dangerous precedent. Vitaly's crisis management only made things worse. Instead of showing regret, he brushed off the hate and pivoted to IRL travel content.